welcome live and direct back at the Elephant in the Room podcast. I'm D-Rude, everybody. This is the ARTC right here. How's everybody doing?
Better.
What? Was everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody good? Everybody
Yeah, man.
we all shivering and whatnot? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, what you doing with them glasses on, man? Them glasses supposed to been off.
Huh?
Huh?
Bro, why you worried about me and my glasses,
We got the
man?
glasses.
Rihanna's Will Miss tongue twister, real Will Miss. You on your Men in Black shit today.
That boy glitching. Somebody reset.
This shit buffering?
I didn't got Wi-Fi. He got internet. He got dial-up.
On your Will Smith shit right now with the shades on, you know what I'm saying? Men in Black and shit.
Man,
You know. Very excited, man.
I'm just happy to, step into my 30s as a groomsman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, what?
What?
Step into my 30s as a groomsman. You know what I'm saying?
For the chief.
Oh, yeah.
For the chief.
Big chief.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
chiefy.
Shout out to B-Dot, man, for real. Congrats again, man. I can't wait to see you soon. For real, that's exciting. We talked about that before we started. Yeah, no, this your first wedding you're gonna be in, right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Well, not in my first adult
Right.
Right.
I'm saying just being in actual wedding, being in the wedding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Being on
Being in the actual. You important in the event. It's not about you, but you important because you're in the event.
Like it's
you know
one
what
of
I'm
my
saying?
homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you in the manuscript. You know what I'm saying? Little binder when you open up the wedding invitation. You part of that.
I'm at the big table.
Yeah.
It's at a big table, you feel me? Yeah, you feel me?
Big table.
Big speech, you feel me?
No, I can't wait to see all y'all acting a fool, man. That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna be a civilized person. I don't know about.
This shit gonna be fun. That's it.
We're about to have a good time, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bachelor party incoming.
Oh yeah, man. No, man. It's love in the air, man. It's love in the air, man. It's crazy. It's wild though. Y'all been hearing about all this wild shit going on with Kanye and Kim with all their relationship woes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All this shit is churlish.
Yeah. A little churlish.
I
Yeah.
think it's kind of funny.
Yeah. It is a little funny
While
though.
my nigga was on a bounty hunt for his goddamn daughter's birthday,
Right.
He wanted to go see his kid, man. That shit is messy, bro. You gotta understand, all right, whatever y'all split up, that's fine. But don't be withholding that type of information from me because that shit looks terrible on the kid. The kid looks at that man, my dad wasn't trying to be here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My dad didn't want to be here for me when that's not even the case. You know what I'm saying? So I feel him on hunting that address down. I'm gonna pull up as he did. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna chill and now I bounce. You know what I'm saying?
But how much you think that is real? How much you think is cap? Because I just read something earlier, not too long ago. I think maybe yesterday or today, even how he putting out stories now that P.C. Davidson got AIDS and shit like that. Y'all ain't see that?
I mean,
why would he say
that, all right, that part is probably some petty.
You know what I'm saying? It just sounds
that being but the part about his kid, I don't think that's for petty. I think that's real.
No. I'm not saying him venting. I'm just saying it sounds like some of the stuff I've heard, I've read about. Is he's kind of we only hearing one side.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
also true. Kim not really talking about this.
Nah, so it's we don't know if it's just but that whole dynamic, I feel it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, bro. It's just weird.
It's messy, right?
It's messy as fuck. It's messy, man.
That whole situation is messy. The way they broke up, everything it's not going good. So,
It seems not to get any better. What would y'all do in that situation? It seems like they're blatantly trying to be petty, showing out their new relationships, new flames. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it.
I did hear about the second tape thing,
What's second
That's
tape?
another thing too. He over here ran. That's another thing he ran about. Saying there's another tape that Ray J, him and Ray J was talking about.
No. He said Wack. Remember, Wack claimed he had a laptop with the second tape on it. Ray J had it. Woo woo woo.
That's
And
when he
Kanye went to go
laptop.
grab the laptop. He got the laptop, and he gave the laptop to Kim. But they said it wasn't nothing on there. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't get. I can see it being another tape.
I think why the media is so focused on this whole situation.
I don't see why it matters now. That shit was years ago, and they was married. Now they not.
said this
So I
was
don't feel
supposed to be better.
it's more lit.
That's what they said.
What's that?
That's apparently the second tape.
He was complaining about the first tape, though.
It's still with her and dude.
I mean, Mo Ray
J, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, nobody wants it that old boring ass. The other one was boring. Everybody was spazzed. I thought she was a new porn star at the moment. I was ignorant.
I thought this shit was weird.
That shit was random.
Yeah.
I didn't know who she was at the time when I first seen it, so. Cause remember I seen a clip of it, and then like maybe like a year or so later, I flipped on the channel, and I see her on ETE Network all hugged up with Reggie Bush.
Right.
So like I don't really know. Like you want like that? That's before like I knew how shit worked. We was in high school at this time. That's before how we knew shit worked. You know what I mean? So
I forgot about that.
yeah, that's when I thought Kim was in her prime. It was like 08, 09.
That was before all the phases.
Yeah. 07, 08, 09, around that time. That was like when she was like in her prime for real.
Careers.
I've had big arguments with this shit with her personally. That's another topic for another day. When her prime years were Kim Kardashian, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But you know what I'm saying, y'all. I know y'all been watching the show Euphoria on HBO Max.
Man,
That's my shit, man. I'm not gonna
I've
hold you.
been hearing about it. I hear it's the new skins.
It's pretty wild, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm
You just gotta be
into
like, and we obviously all of us are pretty open-minded individuals. We seen crazy shit, crazier shit. You know what I'm saying?
Skins. That show was
Skins.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
That shit was ridiculous.
What's that
Yeah.
about?
it was.
Pretty much the same concept as Euphoria. High school kids doing drugs.
It's a more intense Degrassi and Skins, honestly.
Yeah.
I think, and like
a lot of them kids was messed up in it too. Like their households wasn't right. So like,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff was going on. So it showed you that aspect of it.
But
too,
they touch into this show too a little bit in Euphoria. They go into like each episode has a backstory to each character of why they're doing what they're doing. So it's not like it's just whatever. But nah, Dare, you know what I'm saying? That organization, they recently been filing complaints or just like critiquing the show how they exploit drugs and sex.
what's going
and
on?
Pretty sure
rackets.
at the beginning of the show, doesn't it say TVMA?
Yo, I have glasses. I don't watch it when I have put them on when I watch TV usually, but I saw it though.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
But that was
I saw
happening
it.
in real life though. Like if I'm grasping the situation the right way, but that was happening in real life in high school. Like kids were doing drugs in high school.
Kids having sex. Like that was all happening. Kids having going to parties. Like that was all
That
happening.
was all the thing.
Y'all was kids too. Y'all probably knew people or was doing the same stuff. Like, you know, it's just I don't know. It's just it goes back to I feel like we're in this this PC culture. Like people just like everyone's got to say something, just down something. Like this isn't the first show to heighten drugs or sex. It's not even that bad.
It really
I've
shows
seen
you
worse.
the dangers of it.
Yeah, it shows the dangers of it. Like I told people this after like the first episode of the second season that's out right now. Y'all that haven't watched it, like if you it's a dope show. It's a really dope show. If you can't watch certain stuff, don't watch it. But like it's a dope show. Literally, like there's a scene in the episode. I'm not trying to spoil nothing. It's like you're gonna see addicts or junkies like try and do certain shit from that first episode.
Right.
A motherfucker really try to almost die and they'll do other drugs to stay alive. Basically, that's all I'll say. But like you see shit like that, and it gets real into it.
So
but,
addicted.
yeah, it's a really like it goes into about it's through an addict's narration, but also talking about other kids too, what they go through in high school. So
And I'm assuming that they show like the spending habits and all of that. Like,
yeah, they do all that shit. They literally go through a lot of shit. We need 2 seasons even, and it's only they're only 3 episodes in the second season already. And they're already going
They
through a
might
lot
have
of
kept it
shit.
that quick.
They going into it already. Yeah, they going into it already.
It's on
man.
HBO Max or what?
HBO Max, yeah. It's on there.
HBO
Yeah,
Max.
no. They dropped episodes 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, yep. So yeah, no. They're on 3 episodes right now, the second season. The first full season is up there right now, so if you need to catch up on anything, that's definitely a show that, it's something interesting you could watch. If you can. You gotta have an open mind though. It's not a show for everybody, so but definitely I would say check out Euphoria. Definitely it's a learning experience, I think. But but
But speaking of banger shows, y'all hit to that power.
come on, dog. That ghost.
Man.
Listen, it got serious. It got crazy. It got crazy.
crucial, bro.
It got crucial. That's some real family shit though, cause like some real family shit that happened, man. Like,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. Like if y'all not up on that shit, like listen. So basically, Like, all right, so like shit just got real. If you have it up on the second season, basically,
Diana spilled the beans.
She spilled the beans.
Yeah, she spilled the beans. Diana spilled the whole beans,
all
bro.
the beans, bro.
Whole beans, bro.
All right, let me ask you all this: whose side you taking in that, Diana's or Monet's?
Take Diana's.
I'm taking Diana for sure. I'm taking Diana for sure.
Monet's a schemer, bro. I'm sorry.
She big schemer.
Bro, you hid that the fact that this man was not only your son.
My bad.
Was not only your son, but 4 years older than what he was.
That's crazy as fuck. And then it's like, it's real. He broke it down. You fucking up his whole eligibility.
But my thing,
be
you
in the
ain't
league.
think that shit was gonna come out.
You didn't think it was gonna come out?
You
Come
didn't
on,
think that.
man.
As soon as he would have got
Come on.
drafted, they would have asked for all that information. It'd be like,
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
you owe the Spuds.
She hid that from her husband. Kane think he the first son. No, you the second.
He was
That's why
hurt
she
too.
did you like that.
He
That's
was
why.
hurt.
Now I understand why she treat him like that.
I feel.
I get it.
I feel for Kane more a little
Hey,
bit
now I
now.
feel for Kane. Like that shit grimy. You had one son that's gonna go to the league. You ain't tell nobody about it.
Right.
But I'm your shooter.
Right.
So you gonna put me in jail. You gonna use me for the real money.
I'm your secondary.
Like,
I'm your
right.
secondary option.
I'm your secondary option. Like that shit crazy, bro. And then Drew gonna be able to be away from all that shit. He just gonna be able to just take over. Like
Kane had me dying when he got called out for putting the shit in the coke or the drugs
The
or whatever,
sugar in the
sugar in the shit or whatever.
wanna get the
And he
fat.
was like when his dad came up at him about whatever, he pointed right at you. It was like, oh, it's like that. Like, oh, this nigga ain't tell you, he ain't Papa boy. His old boyfriend like he supposed to. He ain't tell you that, Pop.
he ain't tell you that.
But that's your right. That's your man's, right? Okay, got
So
you.
he's still a
Got
He
you.
was spilling the beans, bro. Everybody was spilling the beans at the table, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Everybody
I
was sick.
thought I was at the dinner table. I was not.
I did too. I was looking at that
Yo,
shit
it
like,
was getting-
spilling all the beans, bro.
Like, come on. Like, some songs like, hey, man, chill. Bro, I thought I was at home, too. I was like, hey, chill. But some of the songs like, hey, chill.
Hey, that's
man,
why
chill,
Zeke
chill.
trying to calm the whole table down. Cause he knew somebody with the shooting. He's like,
Right, right.
chill.
Right.
Chill.
Right.
Oh, she ain't had to call Diane. I said her
bitch.
Yeah.
a little group.
Yeah,
But, yo, you know how petty Kid was? He was like, man, I knew you got that.
I knew you was gonna let that nigga hit.
Ah, you ain't shit, man.
My nigga
Damn.
Tariq.
You sick.
Tariq went to jail, came back and put down 3 of them.
Oh, yo, Tariq a little.
Tariq undefeated right now. Tariq undefeated right now.
They were like,
He came out of jail. He got the knocking shit down.
with no whip.
Real
They
quick.
said with no whip.
Bro, he was acting
Real
He
quick.
ain't had no whip. Old girl had a Beamer.
You still haven't got up on Ghost? No?
I have now.
No?
I mean, I wasn't gonna watch it no way, but like, I like hearing about it.
Nah, man.
that
If you ever
crazy.
get bored,
No,
bro, for real, it's a
that
dope
won't
show. You probably like it. It's part of it. But you
Man,
watch
please
Power,
tell me.
though, right? No?
Yeah, I've seen some about
Yeah,
it.
nah.
Yeah.
I started rewatching Power too, man. That shit was dope, bro. Especially the beginning of Power. When they had like more characters and just focus on just like the family. Like it was going for real at that
Them
point.
niggas dropped the trailer for Tommy Joint.
Yeah, that force, that's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of bodies in
There's
it.
gonna be a lot of bodies. I think it's gonna be
There's a lot
dope.
of
It's gonna
bodies.
attract a lot of. It's gonna attract the big audience because it's like it's gonna give you that power feel because especially like I said, I'm watching the beginning of Power. A lot of bodies was caught in the beginning of Power.
Yeah,
So
it was.
Facts.
it's gonna give. It's gonna. I feel it's gonna bring back that energy.
Ghost
a
was
little
cut,
bit.
man.
Niggas caught up on Bubble Fett.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
not yet.
I gotta.
Hey,
I'm
Mando?
halfway through.
My nigga man.
Hey, man, don't back.
Hey, chill. I'm
Hey,
halfway
hey.
through the.
All right.
I'm halfway through the recent episode. Chill.
All right.
Chill. I had homework to do and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to-
Catch up.
Please.
trying to. No, I'm almost there. I'm halfway through.
Shit,
The,
lit.
the most recent episode. We on the 5th one, right?
Disney doing it up with these shows,
Something like
man.
that.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah. Something like that.
It's a fifth.
Yeah.
I think it's the fifth.
Man, I should be going. You better hurry up, man. Watch that shit as soon as we get done recording.
No, Disney Plus, they ain't playing, man. They ready to reload.
No,
Ready to
for real.
reload for real, especially on the Marvel side.
I'm
Especially
ready
on the
for all
Marvel
the new
side.
shows and stuff that's gonna be coming.
Man, all I'm saying, these kids better start being safe on these games nowadays, boy.
Bruh.
I heard they
These
been
niggas
recruiting.
recruiting niggas through GTA 5?
Halfway.
The cartel?
that.
Like,
Kids are saying, yup.
these niggas out
Imagine
here.
getting on GTA, you get a message from the cartel like, look, you trying to
Trying to
run a
leave
little
my
bag,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
2K a trip, and you bought 16, 17, you know what I'm saying, 15.
Bruh.
Living in the hood.
My thing is,
Hey,
how the
bro, you
fuck
might take
how the
that.
fuck I'm about to get the drugs? How the fuck I'm about to get the drugs?
Not even living in the hood. You be like, look,
They
all
gonna
types of kids doing
they
that.
gonna tell you the location to pick them up. It ain't that hard.
It's not that hard,
The
man.
fact that nigga had the guts to actually go and meet up with that nigga.
Man, you got me
That's-
fucked up. I'll be my
Man.
son ass.
Nigga, what?
Boy, you supposed to be on there just killing people.
Trying to do the
That's
most.
crazy because you messed that up.
Yeah, that's a body. Or attempted child, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Endangerment, like that. Got some
Like,
creepoids.
like, but it might not even get found out. Like
Yeah.
you messed that mission up. It's rap for you.
Yeah, no, you
they
eat that
doing
cocoa
cash app
missing. Yeah.
They doing cash app. You soon you finish, yeah, I'm done. Boop.
It's the energy though. It's how you attract these kids. There's certain kids are attractive though. It's the energy that these kids give off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it goes back to the culture too. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, do you feel like a lot of culture for a lot of kids nowadays, like as far as like social aspects, as far as like being active, partying, certain stuff like that we used to do as kids. Do you think like that culture has changed a bit?
I think it has.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot, honestly. Like, we used to be. Think about how many basement parties you done been through, and it was like 50, 60 people in somebody's basement.
Man, what?
You know what
down
I'm
there
saying?
sweating.
Down there sweating, bumping up on each other.
And we in high school.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold your homie up. He getting
Oh,
some
yeah.
drink.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta stay. Look, you see that? You see that?
Hold
Look,
up.
that's the back of the day. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
that's called the outer interlock.
You see that? The outer interlock. You see that?
I have
You
the
see that?
balance
Look.
and the coefficiency.
They will never know that. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
Like that's crazy. Like we really
You know
used to
what
be
I'm
in
saying? That's a
basement
good
with a
support
bunch of
system.
people.
You support
I mean,
from that
but-
shoulder.
At the same time, I think it's low key the same. It's just more exposure.
No, that's true.
Because
I
think
mean,
about
also,
it.
we also wasn't going through a pandemic, so I mean.
That and the fact
Right.
like
It's like foreign to
we
some
had
people.
we had cell phones, but we weren't recording nothing. Like
No, we weren't recording nothing, bro.
We was
If
at
the
a-
things was, that was getting recorded in the
feel
basement.
but I also
grounded.
feel like we
Come
helped.
on.
I also feel like what you said wasn't recording shit. We also held things more sacred because we
Yeah.
could have recorded things.
We could.
Yeah.
But
Nobody.
Well, like
cared
maybe
about it.
maybe in high
but
school,
we
but
also-
like the middle
Phones
school
also
type
weren't
stuff.
that good,
also,
y'all.
you also
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying,
Like,
But
I
no,
was
it's
like-
not even that.
I
We
was like
didn't
middle school, the
focus
phone
on.
wasn't good enough.
We wasn't
But
focused
you
on
also-
showing nobody that we was enjoying
Yeah,
ourselves.
No, we was more in the
That's
moment.
really
We was
what it
more in the
was.
moment. No, that's facts.
We didn't have an
That's
Instagram
facts.
story
No.
or
Yeah.
Snapchat or
We had
Yeah.
MySpace
No.
and Tag.
Do you feel like that would
MySpace
have?
attack.
Do you think that would have changed that though? Because I honestly feel like our generation, personally, we just enjoy being around each other so much that
Oh,
that
yeah,
wasn't
no,
really a.
if we, I feel
a
like
thing.
if we'd have had Snapchat and shit,
Yeah, we'd have did it.
years, we'd
No,
have definitely used
facts.
it.
We done did it. We'd have been the same way they are.
Yeah, we done did
We'd be the
it.
same way they are.
Exact way.
I mean, we look at, like you said, MySpace tag, all that stuff. Like, we was taking pictures, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But that was more so like before you go in the party, or if
Right.
you get a good lighting area.
Right, like
and
you in
them
the
pictures
mirror, you
was
in the-
trash. though. Like,
Trash.
them
Yeah.
pictures
You
were
in the
really
you in the
trash.
dirty mirror.
But I feel like
It's
people
easy for it to get out
communicate
to
through
the whole
social
world.
media.
Yeah. It was
Specifically though now, like a generation of kids are doing that specifically now. They will vent their feelings, everything like through social media. We weren't doing that.
Oh, yeah,
We had
that's also true.
We had outlets to do that. Yeah, might have had a few people.
no, no,
that
I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I ain't
There was
gonna
a lot of
lie.
roast pages.
Niggas you see
There was a
that
roast
shit.
pages for sure, but it wasn't out there like that.
Man,
Now
niggas used to be in
do
their
they using
no,
that.
niggas used to be when Facebook first came out. Niggas used to be in their feelings on Facebook
No, that's
And
telling their whole
and
life.
Twitter.
and
some
Twitter.
people. No, that's what I'm saying, but like it's not like promoted. Like it goes back to the culture thing. Mental health is more focused now than
Yeah.
it was when we was coming up, which is crazy too. Because like I feel like a lot of people use that as an excuse now to compare to people actually struggle with mental health. They go and they just having a bad day. Oh, mental health.
Oh, he need help.
Man, fuck. Like I see a lot of that too. You know what I mean? But like I
just
said,
look for
it's a
attention.
culture. It's a culture thing because like we didn't have all. It wasn't cool to. I feel like when we were kids coming up to say that, you know, you were fucked up inside. Even for our generation,
That's
when we
not
were
nice.
little kids.
You
We were
need
little
to
kids.
leave.
Like it was told. I know personally. It was told it was not cool for some kids to say that. You know, like it was going through something. You saw it in their face. You know, kids. You saw it in
A lot
their
of
face.
kids
You know,
going
like a lot of
through
kids just
a lot of
wouldn't
stuff
say
at
certain
home.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No,
Like,
that's facts.
you know what I mean? Like now it's more accepted to just be more open about shit. You know what I mean?
No,
That's why I said it goes back to the culture of things because like I feel like how we was brought up, like a lot of us, like we wouldn't have been on social media, telling our lives through social media through photos, which a lot of kids do nowadays. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. We still would have used the shit. We had it. We had access to it. We had access to it at the point, but we weren't expressing our whole lives through social media, which I feel
We were
like a
trying
lot
to
of
find
kids
the best
do now.
profile song and the best profile.
That's all it was, though. We was posing and trying to find a song
We
for
was trying to
real.
look
But,
raw.
I
Like,
mean, we was at the beginning stages though. Like it wasn't as much
simple
access
stages.
to it as it is now. So like,
Access
was
as far as what, though?
as far as like it's on your phone, it's on your laptop, it's everywhere. Like you used to have to get on the computer to get on MySpace.
yeah, not true. That's
Like
true.
you used to
It wasn't
have
no
to get
app.
on.
It wasn't
yeah,
no-
like
yeah, no, that's
for
facts.
the for the early stages
But
of
how-
Facebook,
but-
you used to have to get on the computer.
But how pressing was that for you though at that time to get back at that computer? That's the thing though. You got a lot of kids nowadays that are thirsty as fuck to get on their phone because it's right
But yeah,
there.
but
It's right there. I get it.
But yeah,
It's readily available. Like,
Yeah, it's not as.
But I'm saying when we were
And-
kids, where you think about that type of shit though.
but like,
That's
think
what I'm
about
saying,
this. Think
though.
about
I was
look.
hoping my parent was around when I was in the office computer while I was talking.
Like
Right.
it was scarcity then though.
Right. Look, me and kids used to ride around. Look, if we was on MySpace, which talk to, a couple females, whatever, get on a bus to try to go kick it somewhere publicly, because what 15, 16, like there's nothing nowhere else we can go. Like not even that. No, we was younger than that. That's like 13, 14 for real.
Right.
Like around that time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was I feel like it was a lot more steps that we had to take now. Like back then, as far as getting to see people and stuff like that and doing more things. Now they can just pick their phone up, Google Maps to wherever, drop a location to wherever,
Meet me here.
and get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's Uber, there's Lyft. Like, these kids got all type of resources to get with.
Yeah, half these kids know how to use the phone before the age of 10.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
You know what's
Like-
crazy? My niece know how to use it. She only 2.
Yeah, they're bro. Like, that it's crazy. Like, they know how to operate things that we would have never known.
because I mean, it's kind of mimicking though. They see what you do,
Yeah,
here and
right,
there.
yeah.
And then when you not messing with it, they
know what I mean?
mimic.
She
you.
called me and everything one time. I'm like, nigga, you only 2. You didn't call me?
Recognize the name and the voice.
Yep.
I said,
Facts.
wow.
Shit changing, man. But I got we kind of touched on it. It's the culture. It's part of the culture thing though too, like what we're exposed to at the same times too. Because more kids now are exposed to more. Like technology definitely wasn't where it was when we were coming up.
Oh, no.
Like so,
Yeah.
like that's gonna add a lot onto it. Like I'm in an urban studies class now, so that's what we're really touching on right now. Just like the evolution of like cities and stuff like that. So like a lot of technology has a lot to do with that, and just like evolution and through time, and evolution and things like that, and access to certain technology has a lot to do with our growth in a lot of major cities. So yeah, no, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, to talk about. I feel like we talk about this for days, honestly, but speaking of culture changing, y'all hear about Sony losing hella money? Heard about that shit?
Well, they
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
actually
of that
didn't
shit.
lose any money. They said
It's a possibility. It's a
But
possibility.
Xbox said they
They gonna honor it. I heard
No,
they were
they-
gonna honor it out the contract.
Yeah, I was about to say, they said they're gonna release the next 3.
Yeah, the next
Oh,
3
PlayStation
games is
5.
gonna be on PlayStation. So that's
After
maybe
that,
the next
after
2-3
that,
years.
might
of that.
pull the plug.
And then pull the plug. You know how much money that PlayStation about to lose? Like
damn, that's billions.
80 to 360 million. And that's just off royalties, like from the
That's
game. So
tough.
it's gonna be sick, man. But honestly, this is a smart move for Xbox. Cause PlayStation got all the single player games on lock. They got
They
too
do.
many different studios that they'll never share.
Never
So like,
share.
look, that was a power move. I don't blame Microsoft for that.
I don't, not at all.
Yeah.
If you got both of them, you good. You got the Xbox and the PlayStation. You got nothing to
You
worry
got
about.
best
I
of
mean,
world.
because it's
Of
like,
course they're in.
yeah, because most of your consumer base is multiplayer,
No, facts.
and then it's like you realize how boring it gets when it's just you on Xbox. Like it's like.
No, it's true.
Yeah, especially on the
it's kinda-
multiplayer game.
On the
kinda-
multiplayer game,
on the
you Saudi.
multiplayer, you be hot.
You be Saudi trying to play by yourself. Playing with randoms is not fun.
Sitting there mad, look at your
That shit is
phone.
not fun.
Where y'all at, man? Damn, y'all.
When you made that the house?
Some of y'all be on the 20 minutes go an hour ago.
Right, I'm out here getting stomped out, man.
Playing with sweaty wets.
Doing me dirty. Teammates is
Doing
doing.
running in the walls and
What are you
shit.
doing, bro?
He said one of the rolls and
You
shit.
eating a sandwich or something? Like, come on, bro, pay attention.
My bad, I'm trying to eat my ramen while I'm playing the game, bro.
You know you gotta pay attention to though? These motherfucking Cavs, bro. It's crazy. I'm not a Cavs fan. It's still Bulls all day for me, but from Cleveland, not pay attention. Cavs
Was it like
is nice
30
this
and
year,
18,
bro.
30 and 19?
Yeah, it's going down with these boys,
Look,
dog.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
There ain't no zone.
It's not a game, man.
It's playing. They ain't playing, dog. What'd you say earlier? You think they can make a move to do something, or you think they cool?
No, they gotta make a move.
Yeah.
Our scores is dropping like flies. Like,
Yeah. When's Sexton supposed to come back?
if we make the playoffs, he might be able to come.
Okay.
But
You trying to think they should move now to try to make a push, or think like they growing? They got a young squad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you don't. I mean, you just need somebody for like at least the next couple seasons. You don't need. I mean, if you can get somebody young that's like on the up and up, like, all right, cool, bet. We got you locked down for some years, but
Yeah.
you don't need to go out and get like a Dame Lillard or nothing insane like that. But
Right. Going back to this, because like I'm not a Cavs fan. I'm not one of these bandwagon people or whatever. But like, I've been saying like when they first put that tandem together with Colin and fucking Garland, how I feel like it wouldn't work. I mean, Colin's been out because of injuries, but like Garland, I was kind of unsure about Garland. I was wrong. That boy balling. You feel like you should have been a starter and all-star?
He wasn't gonna get the starter.
it went because Trey
But,
Young's
you feel like
numbers
he
are
should've done
That
crazy.
is his first time around. He ain't gonna get the
Do you feel
starter.
like does he deserve it though?
I don't
he
see
deserves
why
it.
not.
I don't see-
why he couldn't.
You
be
can
a
make
starter.
you can make an argument. You do, yeah.
Yeah.
You can always make a case for him, but it was like, even though the Hawks not winning as much, Trey Young numbers was just so crazy. It was like you cannot make him. Yeah, you cannot make him lost.
Some people have argued they should take out the fan voting portion of it because they're not honoring
But
they're not
I
honoring
think
players.
they
They're not
should.
honoring players that are playing well on good teams that are in good positions. It goes back because we obviously got the starters for the All-Star game got announced. Obviously, so we're talking about the East, the guards. Obviously, like DeMar is one of the guards. Trey Young was one of them. I personally thought Zach LaVine could have won one of the starters personally. He's going to be an all-star. Chicago's number 2 in the East right now. They had the number 1 spot for a minute. You know what I mean? They've both been killing it for real. People were dogging that deal to get DeMar over there before he got there.
Yeah.
He's been showing out, being an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
So that's why I argue for them. But, you know what I'm saying? You could argue for other people too. Over on the Western Conference, you know, a lot of people want to argue or say whatever about John Morant. John Morant's been balling. I think Memphis is.
I'm not mad at John.
Yeah, but some people.
I don't get this. I don't get the Andrew Wiggins thing.
I'm still trying to get my head wrap around
makes
that.
no sense.
I'm still trying to get my head wrap around that, low key, because it's he's had a great year. For him, he's had a great year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like when he got drafted, when he got drafted and you got traded after all that stuff happened, when he got drafted, Cleveland got traded. He got too much pressure put on too soon. Like everyone assumed he was going to be a number 1 guy. That's really what it was.
Well, his ass got traded before you even played one game.
Exactly. So like he was the number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck him out of here.
I mean, in the midst of LeBron still being the best in the game for real, like, you know what I'm saying, leaving Miami, like, you would do the same probably 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times for real. So, you know, it wasn't a bad move for the Cavs to do that. They got a chip out of it. But no, you saw his struggles, especially when he was young. But nah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at him getting an all-star nod. I don't know about a starting position.
Yeah, I just don't think he should get a starter.
Man, I heard about what they said about LeBron. LeBron 104 points from being who all-time
Passing
scorer.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think. Or
He had
all-time
Kareem
scorer.
already.
104 points from what?
Nigga, that's 6 games, if that.
That might be
I
like
didn't know he was
4
that
Well, for him,
I
if
didn't
we
think
go
he was that
off,
bad.
Like, we go off, that's 4 games.
4 games,
If
30.
he averaged 25, that's 4
He's
games.
been averaging like 30,
30, 35,
like, for a
like
minute.
That's 3 games. That's 3.5 games. If that. Might be 3 exactly.
quickly time flies.
Right.
It's crazy.
But I thought he at least had a few more seasons before he got to Kareem.
He's already top 3. Where's Karl Malone at? He's not too much behind. LeBron's not too much behind Karl Malone.
If he waits
He's
till
number
Bronny
2.
get in the league, he gonna pass all these niggas. He gonna pass a lot of people.
I don't think that might go longer than what Kareem's did. That scoring title might go longer than what Kareem's did. Because it's
Only person that could beat it is KD, but he don't stay healthy enough.
that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Shit, I'm about to say even probably maybe
It-
even
it's-
Curry.
it's-
You're not
it's
even
very
Nah,
for real.
Steph
That's a tough team.
would have to not have any injuries anymore.
Yeah,
because he
Steph
had a
already
bunch
got injured too much.
Yeah.
Early, real early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you already got injured
We
too
have to
much.
stop getting injured. That's really what it is to catch up to LeBron.
But it's only
Steph really only stopped getting injured in like 2015. If we go
but
give it.
it's only really like a select handful of athletes that don't get injured to really do stuff like that. Like think about it, like Tom Brady's.
Yeah, that 1 year after the almost undefeated year, he got injured
It's
that
gonna be-
1 year.
It's gonna be hard to beat that because he was healthy for most of his career. Like,
Right.
It's hard. Like longevity is a crazy thing to beat.
Right. Speaking of football, you see these conference championship matchups. Who do you think's gonna come out? Who's your Super Bowl matchup? Who do you think's gonna be the two teams representing each conference?
Shit.
Wait a minute, say that again?
What two teams are gonna come out each conference this coming weekend? They're both conference championship matchups. What who do you think's gonna come out to
If,
rep the Super Bowl?
Okay, I wanna
It's
say- I wanna say-
Kansas City
I wanna say
versus
KC.
Cincinnati,
I want to
and then you got San Fran versus the Rams.
I want to say it's
I
gonna be
got
KC
Kansas
and the
City and the
Rams.
Rams in the Super Bowl. That's what I got in the Super Bowl.
I got
That's what I got.
I got Kansas City and the Rams. Will I be shocked if the Bengals beat the Kansas Chiefs? No, I don't think they are, but I wouldn't be
I
shocked.
hope.
I
I
would be
hope. I hope.
Cause they low key been eating.
I hope.
It's because I
Ain't
don't
even
know.
low key.
Their offense is crazy. Like even though their
Bro,
line
true,
is
dog.
terrible, their
Joe
line
Burrow,
is
the
high
truth,
garbage.
dog. Jamar
Nah.
Chase, the truth, dog.
I will say I
Yeah,
won't
they
be
gonna
mad
be
with
trash.
Cincinnati in the championship. Y'all might be salty at me, but I don't give a shit. At
It's
least
gonna hurt,
Ohio
like-
gets a champion. At least
Yeah,
The Ohio
I would
kid,
be
get the Ohio
hurt.
boy. Let the Ohio boy
I
get a
would be
ring.
hurt off the strength that Cincinnati got it first, and like there's nothing.
feel that.
They no matter how many times we beat them in the regular season, they got that over our head. We was the
No,
first.
yeah, they
We
can
got the
they can
first Ohio
hard for forever.
team.
Like they can talk shit forever.
That, that would hurt
That's
my
real
heart.
yeah, that will hurt.
That's what
That's,
it is.
ooh, I don't know
Look,
if I'm
might
ready for
throw
that.
me in one of them games. We be
See,
like,
now that you put it like that,
some of these bitch.
I don't know. I can't go. Ooh, hey, listen. I don't want that to happen because they gon'
They
chase
gonna hold that over the niggas'
Paul
head.
Baker Mayfield out of town,
see,
bro.
I
They
like
gonna get rid of
Joe Burrow, man.
Joe.
He the truth. He the truth. LSU, baby. See what I'm saying? He an Ohio kid too, so you got. That's why I give him love. He an
And I
Ohio
fuck
kid.
with Jamar Chase. Man.
Jamar Chase, listen, that's gonna be the best tandem for the next 10 years. I don't care if they keep that shit together. They're gonna be the next best tandem for the next 10 years. That's how I think. But speaking of keeping on football, you see AB posting pics how you want to play and talking in interviews how you want to play with Lamar.
Yeah, they
I
gonna-
hope that don't happen.
I don't feel like
Why
the Ravens.
that?
God, I hope that don't happen.
No, I don't need
Why is
that.
that?
I
Because
don't
we
need.
gotta see
We don't
them
need. We
niggas.
don't. We don't need
I
to
mean,
see
we gotta
that.
see
We don't need to see
Cincinnati
that.
too, but golly.
I don't need that.
I'm out of
at all.
I don't need to. I don't
That's
need the
gonna be
Browns to have to
dangerous.
see
I don't need that at
Cincinnati
all.
That's gonna be
and-
dangerous.
Hey, listen, I would not watch football for that whole entirety of the season.
Yeah.
I'm good. Cincinnati won the Super Bowl. The Ravens got AB. I'm good. I'm not. I don't
You trying to?
We
Unless-
gonna be
bad.
saying, we gonna be saying maybe next year.
like unless we get like Russell Wilson or something. I don't want to.
We ain't gonna be able to do it.
I'm just that's.
Do you think
That's
he'll get
my
another?
point.
Do you think he'll get another shot? Obviously, though. You think? No, AB.
Probably not.
You don't think?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. You still had a big blowout with a team you won a Super Bowl with. Super Bowl. There's no pleasing.
But
And that's how the owner's gonna look at it. Winning doesn't care. The winning is not good enough because you won a Super Bowl with this team. You was on your way to possibly another one. And it blew up. You did AB things. What happens when Lamar has a bad passing game?
They gonna be on
What
the shit.
happens in the playoff game or something? Lamar not give you the ball because he running for 150
I
yards.
ain't gonna have salt coming out of his ears.
Niggas gonna be mad. Somebody
now-
stop
Be
something.
hot.
This is the Baltimore Ravens. You know, you ain't gonna be able to agree. I
They
don't
can
know
get
how
back
good
raw
your
again
relationship
before we
is
get
if
raw.
you get to talking crazy to Lamar. Like, it might be a Josh Norman Cam Newton situation. Somebody
Facts. Facts.
jabs here though, but I don't know. But I don't think so. Nobody gonna put up with that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I doubt
I'm
it.
not campaigning for this shit, but I wouldn't be shocked.
think about it. He about to take the Bucks to court. You gotta sell that to your boss. Like, hey, this dude bring in knife, lash out, and take it to court.
Fuck all
I
that.
mean, but like, did he lash out?
Either, no matter if he was in the right,
And
he was in
looked
the
at it
wrong.
like, yeah.
That's
Like,
the way
you-
to handle it.
We got two different sides.
If you
of it,
could have,
so that's what it is.
you could have just left.
Yeah. You put on a show.
You could have just literally walked off. If that was the case, if you was that upset, you could have walked off the field. You ain't had to throw the shoulder pad. You ain't have to do all that. Could have just left.
It was a little extra.
He was a little too turned.
That'd have been easier to digest because it's all about public perception at the end of the day.
Right. I want to say niggas be more about Byron.
If he had just walked out, niggas probably could have assumed he might have got injured or
The story wouldn't have been this huge.
yeah.
I mean,
it
but
wouldn't have been huge until
He
what
came out
actually
with it.
happened came
yeah,
out. But
yeah. But it'd have been
could've played
easier
differently.
to
yeah,
get
it would have been
Another job.
Yeah.
because it's like you burn
That's
bridges
true.
everywhere you go.
True. That's factual. I agree there.
Factual information.
It's a business.
Show
at
don't
the end.
always get you places.
I mean, I feel for him, but I mean that isn't the way to do it. You gotta be
Yeah,
professional.
like
also
it's the NFL. It's all about relationships. Thing. Like,
For real.
You just don't know who you want to believe in the situation because obviously two different stories being told.
yeah.
So it's like it's tough because it's like and I just don't care for people trying to just label it as he had got mental health issues. I just recently watched the one podcast he had with I Am Athlete. He was with them talking about that stuff with Brandon Marshall, and it's like, nah, he knows what he's doing. That man knows what he's doing. Like he was talking about whole situation. That man knows what he's doing. Like, no, there's some other stuff that isn't being talked about. I feel like that's what it is, but you know, mental health. I don't think it's the problem. I don't think it's a control thing. It's a control thing.
He was just, hey, I'm out this bitch.
Yeah, it's a control
What happened
thing.
when you argue with your manager at work and you be like,
He can go about it he can go about it in different ways for sure. But it's a control thing at the end of the day. I don't think it's just mental health. It's a control thing.
Yeah.
Go about it differently.
Because then he showed up at the basketball game shortly after that.
Yeah, he was cool, all composed,
I mean,
like
yeah.
whatever, like chilling. Like he knows what he's doing. Like it's-
You ain't employed no more. You better go kick it. Why not go to the next game?
you chilling, man. Like what? Like
Like if you just quit your job and you a millionaire, you about to go kick it.
Right.
yeah.
Facts.
But also,
facts.
with doing
Well,
that though,
that's what we saw.
you know, and if you're notarized like he is, you gonna get that attention put on you.
Yeah.
Because he had hella time since then. That Nets game he was, seen at to talk about everything that's been going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's calculated. He knows what he's doing.
I'm
You know
pretty
what
sure
saying?
he got
That's why I
some
don't like people
investment.
saying, contributing to mental health why he did what he did. Nah, man. I mean, know what he doing, man. Something happened that we probably not gonna know the real answer to. At the end of the day, that's how I feel. But.
Oh yeah, you would never know.
Nah.
But I don't think mental health's the problem, though. I just don't like people just labeling that, because it goes back, it's a cultural thing, let's go back to, we just go and give him that label because we don't know how to deal with it. We don't just know how to figure out, his diagnosis or whatever, quote unquote, or what's going on with him, actually talk to him, like, you know what I mean? Like, give time, have people talk to him that really understand him, you know what I mean? But, who knows,
I don't
though?
wanna do that.
You know what I'm saying? It's wild times, man. Let's get to some lighter stuff, man. Louise, would you rathers? You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. Would you rather eat earwax or belly button lint?
That's fucking gross.
You ever smelled your belly button after a while?
Gross as fuck, dog. That shit nasty.
That shit
man.
Both that shit
Crazy,
nasty,
bro.
both that shit stank.
Nasty.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say belly button lint because not as much as earwax. Earwax would be hell yeah, that shit.
It piles up.
That bitch be gooey
Yeah,
as
a lot of
fuck.
that shit though.
Lint, you probably get like a little piece, a little belly button lint. You can be like,
Don't even think about it. Just don't think about it.
just don't think about it. Throw that bitch back. Drink some juice
that belly
after
button
It's
lint.
not as thick probably as that
Give me that
earwax
belly
too.
button lint.
Yeah, completely. And you do the earwax, you get the aftertaste and everything.
Yeah.
You know how you dig in your ear sometimes,
it's gonna be
touch your
like
lip,
taffy.
and you lick your lip.
It's gonna be like tough if you eat the earwax.
Would you
Like a foul.
would you rather use a stranger's toothbrush or washcloth? I'll tell you right now, I'm using a toothbrush, dog. I'm sorry.
I'm not using a nigga toothbrush.
I'm not using a washcloth.
Yeah.
What?
I'm saying, nigga, you putting soap on the rag gonna have
I
some of that
understand,
shit
nigga.
on.
I will ring that bitch out so many times.
You gonna wipe your balls with somebody else's pubic hair on it?
The soap.
Hey, listen,
Soap.
I disinfected it with soap and all that. I'm just not washing my face on my
I'm not
neck.
washing my face on my neck. No, y'all getting the shoulder. Y'all better
I'm
get
not,
y'all
I'm
getting
not
shoulders.
using somebody
You ever
else.
smell another nigga breath in the morning, bro? Like, I'm not, bro.
You don't know what
I'm
you
cool,
don't know
bro.
what his mouth been through.
I don't know what his mouth
That nigga probably had a
doing.
crackhead booty.
I don't know what he was eating. I don't know what he was touching. I don't know all that.
Probably
in his
don't
mouth.
wash his hands. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I rather use a watch, like I said, the
I
soap.
also don't know what that nigga used that rag from the night before, though.
I can wash it off with soap though.
Bro,
Like,
I'm
there-
That dirty ass rag?
There's a
I'm bringing it out
disinfectant
hella
involved.
times, bro. I'm bringing it out.
That dirty ass rag.
There's a
It's still
cleaning
dirty.
agent
You can
involved.
wrench it as much as you want. That dirty ass rag still
There's
gonna
a
be dirty
cleaning
as
agent.
fuck.
You got soap.
But you got a
You got soap
toothbrush
in between,
with a
bro.
nigga.
I at least got mouthwash after the
That's not
motherfucker.
gonna save me from
That's
After I brush it,
What if
after I
they
brush
got
my teeth.
gingivitis? Like,
gingivitis.
How did they not-
Halitosis.
Listen, like, think about the bristles of what, like, what if a nigga mouth was bleeding?
What
what if it's a
nigga?
You know what I'm
method?
saying?
Like,
What if the
Niggas
nigga?
got different methods how to brush their teeth, though.
What if it's a
So-
like
toothbrush.
No,
Like,
nigga, what no, regardless, man, you sleep different, man. You put the bitch in your mouth.
You
Like,
scrub.
regardless of the fact, nigga, like, if a bitch mouth.
And you rubbing a washcloth on your nuts with a nigga other pubic hair on that shit. That's gross as fuck. A nigga might have
But
AIDS.
guess
You
what?
ain't- you
We
ain't
not
said-
that-
you ain't
that-
said-
AIDS don't live on a rag. AIDS might live on a toothbrush, my niggas. Like that, that's facts. Like, that is big facts.
Just like this.
Hey,
Just like you.
Hey man, it's
I
COVID
can-
season.
I
You don't
can-
know.
it's soap,
It's
though.
So
Even more, it's COVID.
even
nigga.
in smoke.
If in his mouth, you getting COVID from that dude, bro. I'm cool.
And the soap probably smell good anyway.
Niggas take 10 minutes, niggas take 10 seconds to brush their teeth. I'm not saying you take 10 seconds. I'm just saying it varies. All I know is this. I'm cool, man. I see some nasty
See,
shit.
that's a hamburger eater type stuff right there.
Here we go.
There you go.
But I-
Now think about that. What
You
do
don't
you
eat
got?
nothing with
What do
cheese
you
on it,
got? What do you got? Meat which particles all on that? Piece of bread on that bitch. Then you got toasted bun on that motherfucking
That
Gouda.
shit
I'm
fire,
getting my
bro.
hamburgers, man.
All right, let me ask y'all this. Would you rather drink your own sweat or stick your hand in a bucket of your best friend's vomit?
Drink my sweat.
Drink my own sweat.
I'm drinking my
Drink my
sweat.
own
You
sweat.
did that by accident plenty of times.
Definitely, especially playing sports.
Yeah.
Sweating and shit already.
A cup of your
Oh,
own
well,
sweat?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my hand in your vomit.
No.
First of all, if you vomit on me, it's gonna
What are you
take everything
vomiting? What are you vomiting to? That's
Ain't
the
no-
real question. What are you vomiting?
I'm putting my
No,
At the end
I've
of the day.
seen how you vomit. No.
Listen, I'm drinking my
I need something like a drowning turkey.
Your own sweat is your own sweat, so you should kind of have an idea what it is.
It's mine.
But it's my sweat,
a
bro.
whole cup.
Yep.
What
Eight
kind of
ounces.
cup is it?
8 ounces. 8 ounces, that's a whole cup. Yes, I'm.
8 ounces of your own.
Yeah, at least I'm hydrated.
There's no time limit. You just gotta drink it.
I'm hydrated.
And then you don't know what that person had that day that they.
And you can have a chaser.
Jay probably some pork rinds. Ate some Penn Station.
I'm putting my hand in the bucket, bro.
No, I ain't doing
How long you gotta put your hand in the bucket though?
You gotta.
Just boop bop, just like that.
No,
Boop bop.
you got. It's your whole arm.
Up to the elbow. Drink my
We're
sweat.
talking about to the pit.
First of all, that's just a lot
At least
of
almost to the
fucking
pit.
vomit.
I don't know, bro. My arm might get
Too close to
digested.
my face.
Almost right here. Almost right here. Right about right here.
I'm drinking my sweat.
Fuck, fuck that. Take you to the hospital if I vomit that much for you to fucking see your whole.
I'm doing vomit.
Cause all that vomit ain't
I can
fresh.
wash my arm off.
All that vomit ain't fresh.
I can just piss this out. As soon as I drink it, piss it out. My mouth just
But you
salt.
gotta taste that.
It's just salt.
fine.
It's just salt.
That's fine.
I gargle with salt water.
You gonna end
anyway.
up throwing up for the throw up, so you gotta taste throw up.
No, bro.
That's really how it goes, honest, every time.
Stop breathing.
See what I
Easier said than
You can't
done.
hold your breath that long.
Imagine if you got
Take it in
cuts
there.
in your fingers and shit, and you got job, bro.
Ooh, you ain't know you had a cut.
Ah, bitch burning. Now you being digested in the bucket. That's hydrochloric acid. Nigga, I'm like Breaking Bad.
I'm sticking my hand in there. I don't care.
I'm drinking my sweat.
I don't know.
At least I
man.
got some water.
That's an interesting one right there. I'm cool on that, man. For real.
Ain't answer neither way.
Ugh, you know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on this weekend, man? This snow has been kind of just wild.
Hey, this one been whooping around. It's supposed to be keep going to about Wednesday, then it's gonna slow down, then it's gonna pick right back up.
I seen that, yeah.
I'm in the crib.
Man, facts. I'm in the house for
I'm in
what?
the hill.
I'm going outside for.
Ain't no
why?
The hill.
It's getting
Ain't nothing
crazy
out there
lately.
for me but snow.
Bro, I had to put a whole bag of salt down my driveway.
Bro, I put salt on my driveway. It did
Trash.
nothing.
Which one you get, the yellow bag?
I don't remember.
You gotta get the blue bag.
Yeah,
You
the
gotta
blue
you gotta
bag.
get the blue ones. Blue salt do it. It's probably terrible for
like-
the environment, but that shit go crazy on the
No,
snow.
yeah.
On the snow, that shit go dummy on the
You know
snow.
what they talking
That
about.
shit probably terrible for the environment.
I can
Dry salt.
But the John, you not busting your ass.
Right.
For real.
Blue bags is cool, but them yellow bags, them the ones.
Yeah, they be fucking up your driveway and shit. It fucked up my driveway, man. It's supposed to whole dent in my driveway, like a piece of rock missing and shit. Shit, I'm about to stay in the house drinking some hot chocolate.
Bro,
Feel me?
you got a hot chocolate from Costco's, huh? Because that's.
See, what
been
happened
drinking-
was I
you-
found some hot chocolate in my cabinet from last winter. I'm like, damn, I still got this.
You've been drinking because of
This
like,
nigga drinking 2021.
first off,
I made it on
how many
fire
packs of
till
hot chocolate? About 12,
15 of them bitches.
15? Nigga, you want like 30 cups of hot chocolate?
And that bitch, nigga, shit in hot chocolate.
Every time I talk to him, I'm about to give me a cup of hot chocolate.
It's my
Like,
chocolate.
juice.
I like that bitch. Fuck around.
Crazy.
Send me the
Loose
invite.
neck. Looking stupid.
Oh, fuck.
That hot chocolate edition.
Terrible.
I love it in the
What you put in the
wintertime.
Quavo?
Couldn't tell you last time I had a hot chocolate, man. It's been a minute. Shit, man. That's all we got for tonight, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button below. Like us down below, man. Definitely. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for next week's episode. Peace and love, man.
Peace.